It influenced me in the beginning, the contact to my professor in the academy, who was a painter. I did start in this field of painting, and later on I recognized that I'm actually an adventurer in art. Of course, every genre deals with challenges or with demands, but I wanted basically to make projects, and I faced that I'm starting with ideas basically in my work, and so I'm familiar with conceptual art positions. And I like to start with an idea and to stay in it and to go for it and to really work it off. So it's basically starting with an idea and having some adventures in art. You know, I believe that art is an adventure, basically.
So if I see Dirk's work, I think it's a practice and it's a process, and I think it's part of this process that we're witnessing as an exhibition, even though the works come from different periods of time.
I'm a German artist based in Dresden, and I did study art in Dresden. I was not really satisfied with struggling with issues of what is a good painting, and I was very interested in painting art, but I was not completely fulfilling my goals somehow. I was still on the search of something which fulfills me even better. So I found from my roots, I started with challenging excursions everywhere. I traveled a lot, and in Israel it came somehow together. I just was in a position during my residency of being an observer. I observed the situation and I collected material. And then I thought, how can I use this material for art? And I found out some versions what would function, you know, a kind of narrative, but it is not represented in the pieces of art in the end. It's just a concept. And then I made it happen. I exhibited pieces in the synagogue in Dresden. And those were like concentrated pieces of what I experienced in Israel. I used also these election posters and also documents and whatever. And I found out this is the way I want to work actually in the future. It started on my research about the freedom topic in art and philosophy, basically also in society. And I made a piece, Terminal of Freedom, where I collected interviews in certain social environments with people about this term of freedom. It was basically very general, but I used to install this in institutions. And it was also a conceptual approach. And connected to this piece, I slowly, actually since long, I'm researching on the topic of political art, and the war situation in Ukraine is a very special situation, a phenomenon basically, because you have a war situation in Europe, and you have kind of already established art scene, a kind of a gallery system, and I wanted to research about the activities there, and I wanted to show those activities to the world, because I expected some really profound works. I wanted to depict also this art activities as a kind of liberation movement, since I really see this potential in art. The art has an inherent topic or inherent motive. It's really a motive. If you want to combine or network with artists, the most general motive is freedom, basically, and we deal with it, all of us. And I wanted to show this issue under the most struggling issues, which is the war. And I expected some activities, and I got them actually.
So, my name is Katerina Mamchur. I'm a Ukrainian artist. I was born in the south of Ukraine, that now is occupied by Russians, and it's also part of my identity. I'm artist that focus on performance art, illustration, and some kind of dance. Well, after watching Dirk's movie with interviews with Ukrainian artists, I felt some connection because some thoughts are pretty close to mine after beginning of a full-scale war, and also I felt that now there is two categories of Ukrainian arts that are more based in Ukraine, and they represent art inside of the country, and artists that are out of the country. And Dirk's movie was about actually artists that are inside of the country, and it's great. And I felt a little bit home for this hour and a half. But at the same time, I'm started to think if I am really related or not, what is now, where I am situated now, in this story.
So everywhere you face basically these issues of freedom, and I just was searching for a concretization. I needed to express it more concrete. I wanted to really get it an issue or something to deal with, not just in general on a philosophical level, which is easy. There are a lot of statements of philosophers about it. I wanted to make it a matter of course, or somehow I wanted to come to the point where it really matters in society again, somehow. And it was basically founded by an idea that I could create a kind of revolution design. Yeah, I always had my joy on this word a bit, because it is combining something big and also this banality of our existence. But I think these gestures today are very important, that we stay in the profound values we have as human beings. And I think we need just to change, to find new formats, new words for it, to make it attractive again. It is sold out a bit. And that's what I produce. I produce these formats and I enjoy it, you know, I enjoy this. How to catch and how to combine people, how to interact and so on. My formats are often directed to the society and observing how I can engage people and so on, or transport a certain idea.
I think the one that I'm seeing now towards this certain nonsense that was caused because of the rules of pandemics that we all believe immediately. And I think this work touched me a lot with a specific sort of mockery, irony, but yet something very serious in all this practice that Dirk shows. It's this sort of combination of different approaches, departing points, but what is common to it is that some things are set in motion, and they are like in a specific realm that we can discuss whether the definition of political art is involved or things that are you know, like touching the way that you want to discuss immediately and are disputable. But they are actually all the things that we see here in the exhibition and in this process are actually set in motion, and they are setting us in motion as well. So you don't walk away from it, you need to somehow react.
For me, there was no so much surprising moments, because I guess I quite deeply deeply in this topic. But there was just few moments that I catch in my mind. The first moment when artist Hamlet said that he didn't relate himself to a political artist, and now he is. And I was like, oh, I had the same thoughts. Like, and it's really surprised me that I'm not alone, like in this meaning. And the second interesting moment that artists, for example, artists from Dnipro that are not so popular or represented in Ukraine now start to be more popular because they're still in the place. So, and they are still working and they are still reflecting. So now I see that they are going more and like going up, yeah, and start to represent more that region that actually, like I lived many years, and yeah, it's a really surprise moment, like how developed that region, art in that region.
This is why I made this piece, this film, basically, because I believe that is already influencing the society, just not in this, in the provided borders, how our society is structured. It is already a part of the society and influences it on its own level, own way. It's a bit slow, but it is really important, and many positions in the film project, they expressed it actually. Also very rational positions, basically. They really, as I see it, they are really clear, and they say that art does something to the people and somehow reorganize the society even after destruction. And maybe because it deals with main values